Hey, it's Cassie from Curry Honda in Chicopee. You're listening to the Bax and Nagle podcast on Rock 102. Come see us at Curry Honda for the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Experience the best at Curry Honda. Thanks for listening.
Bax and Nagle, mornings on Rock 102.
There we go.
Oh, hey.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 5:49, and Bob Seger with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
You almost forgot his name. How
Yeah, I
could you
think
do
about
that?
it.
He's such a god angel. when
Yeah,
he
no,
sings.
I got it. No, it's understandable. Anyway,
you want the weather probably? That might be helpful. It's going to be today. It's very nice outside right now. For some reason, I can't seem to.
I got 10 degrees.
I can't even get on my weather for some reason. It says web page blocked.
Interesting. It's partly cloudy with a chance of a light flurry of snow shower. Practically not even in existence at all. High of 30 tomorrow, partly cloudy 32. It's 10.
It's weird. My car says 23. I don't know what
Rectal?
Maybe. I mean, I do feel like I'm getting the shaft sometimes, if you know what I'm saying, Paxi.
Hollywood Trash is brought to you by Western Mass Masons. Call them for all your foundation and chimney needs.
Somehow you still care about what's happening in Hollywood. So from Tinseltown, 3,000 miles away, it's Steve Nagle's Hollywood Trash.
The Pima County Sheriff's Department has stated that the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie, does not seem to be a targeted incident. Nancy was likely abducted from her Tucson home while she slept, according to Arizona police. More than 100 detectives are working on the case, but no suspects have been identified yet. Nancy's pacemaker stopped syncing with her Apple devices before her disappearance, and new evidence, including DNA and video footage, is expected to come in. FBI agents were seen at Savannah's sister Annie's home, and a ransom note with Bitcoin demands has been reported.
So is this like a random thing?
Well, if it's not a targeted incident, how is it somebody putting up a ransom? You know what? And take this old broad. Is it just of all the elderly people in that area, it happens to be Savannah Guthrie's mother?
This story gets weirder and weirder every single day. I'm not sure I understand what the hell's going on here.
I have no idea. It's very strange. Pink Floyd's enduring popularity is evident in their recent climb up the charts and billions of streams on Spotify. Guitarist David Gilmour's iconic sound has influenced countless musicians, with fans still captivated by his legendary solos from the 70s.
But with all those increased downloads, Pink Floyd has received $6.
Well, that's neither here nor there. 5 of Gilmour's most beloved solos from that decade are highlighted, including those from Comfortably Numb, Money, Shine On You Crazy Diamond, and Time. Gilmour's unique recording techniques and ability to create unforgettable guitar moments continue to captivate audiences and solidify his place as a guitar legend.
Right.
I went on a date once where a girl, first of all, connected to my Bluetooth, which I think is a little intimate.
Bit a little overstepping
for her, but she was a little drunk, and she played Comfortably Numb, and she air guitared the whole thing.
Weird.
Very weird.
Yeah, I think at that point you say maybe we don't go for a second date.
Well, I mean, it wasn't the sloppy drunkenness that did it. It was the fact that she screwed up that guitar solo. You can't respect somebody like that.
You bring up a good point, but the fact that she automatically infiltrated your Bluetooth, you barely know each other.
That's true.
That's something you need some sort of permission slip or...
I think that would have been a modern-day Seinfeld scenario.
Yeah.
She Bluetooth. Ooh. That's a very intimate thing. I mean, me getting in your car,
yeah,
and me just automatically hooking my phone to you, and then now I got to look at because I don't know how to remove it off the list. Now I got to look at dumb drunk.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear somebody else's playlist. It's your car. You decide.
Do you want to connect to Dumb Drunk's phone? No, I don't want to connect to Dumb Drunk's phone. London is abuzz with Beatlemania as the city is transformed into New York City for the filming of 4 biopics or whatever you want to call them about the Beatles, set for release in 2028. On-set images show the actors portraying John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. Did you know they were in the Beatles?
Why did I think it was Mick Jagger?
Yeah, because everybody makes that mistake. They were mobbed by fans in a scene reminiscent of the band's early days in America. Postcards featuring stills of each band member were released, sparking mixed reactions from fans and critics, with particular attention given to the portrayal of George Harrison. Some fans expressed skepticism based on leaked set photos, while others praised the actors for their attention to detail in capturing the essence of the Beatles. You're never going to make everybody happy.
No, of course not. Not possible.
Well, I mean...
Now, these Beatles you're talking about, did they ever amount to much?
No, God, no. They were a garage band.
Do they have any sort of artistic longevity?
Never. Not even on their own.
Yeah, that's what I
tried to
figured.
break out on their own.
That was my guess.
John Bon Jovi will be introduced. Actually, the most successful one was Ringo.
I believe that.
John Bon Jovi will be introducing New England Patriots players at Sunday's Super Bowl, while Chris Pratt will do the same for the Seahawks. Why are we doing this?
Why wouldn't we be doing this?
Bon Jovi, a Patriots fan and friend of team owner Robert Kraft and former coach Bill Belichick, will not be performing at the event. The Super Bowl will air on NBC and stream on Peacock. Stream. Jovi's band is set to kick off their Forever Tour in July, their first tour since John underwent vocal cord surgery in 2022. Oh, I'm sure that'll be a great show.
By the way, I'm not sure his last name is Jovi.
I say Jovi.
No, it's Bon Jovi.
No, it's just like Aerosmith. Isn't that guy Smith? He rocks on the microphone.
No, not a single guy named Smith.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive.
I don't think you know what you're talking about,
I
Bax.
think I know exactly what I'm talking about. There
think
are no
you're making it
Smiths
up.
in Aerosmith.
That's like those people on again with the fake videos that I do for the fake town names.
Yeah.
This guy was so adamant this morning. That's not how you pronounce Whately.
No kidding.
And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. What
What did you say? Watelli?
Watelli.
Watelli, yeah.
Like, what the hell are we doing here? Yeah. It's but it's when do people realize it's just a dumb thing? It's just a thing.
No, you've been doing it for almost 7 months. Apparently, it takes at least 12.
I guess so. These people just don't get it. Apple TV's dark comedy Outcome, starring Keanu Reeves and Cameron Diaz, is set to premiere globally on April 10th. Directed by Jonah Hill, who also co-wrote the script with Ezra Woods, the film follows Hollywood star Reef Hawk as he confronts his hidden demons after being extorted with a mysterious video. With the support of his friends and crisis lawyer, Reef embarks on a soul-searching journey to make amends and identify the blackmailer. You got Susan Lucci in there.
Pull out the heavyweights.
She's still a pretty good-looking lady for being like 80-something years old.
Is that how old she would be in her 80s, right?
Yeah.
Wow. How
And
about
Martin
that?
Scorsese's going to be in it too, Laverne Cox, and more. So
Laverne.
Laverne. Right?
Anyway, yeah.
Kim Kardashian has dropped some new hints in the new Kardashians trailer that she may be dating somebody, and it's serious enough where she's talking about making this man his own closet.
Really? She must have something to say.
Oh my God, the last time I gave a guy a place to put his junk was when Ray J filled my knob holster with his never-ending hog stopper in that sex tape you can purchase on YouPorn for $39.95.
Caitlin?
Everyone gets one, and one is enough for anyone.
Caitlin?
I never got that done and dirty with your mother, Chris Kim, but we once had friends over for an evening of some participation games. First, we warmed things up a little game of poop shoots and splatters.
Oh, God.
Then we finished off the night to spin the wheel of pleasure and play drink it, pink it, or stick it.
What else did you play?
I don't know because I didn't write the third one, or I didn't include it when I copied and pasted it when I wrote it last night. And it's on my MacBook at home, and I can't access. Even the best in talent makes a mistake
happens,
once
Steve.
in a while.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
I'm sure we did all kinds of stuff with cream and dough and toaster strudels. and that's your Hollywood trash. Or Rock 102.
To Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 612 and Sticks with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be sunny today with a high of 29. It is 9 right now. in downtown Springfield.
Hell of a show in store for you today. Mike Quincy from Consumer Reports will be joining us after 7 o'clock. We got tickets to see Joe Bonamassa at Symphony Hall. I believe Marty is coming in later on today.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. But that's a lot. That's a lot for one show.
Excuse me, I was sipping my cup of Java.
Well, there you go. That's today's
All
show.
right.
Steve's going to choke on Java, and we are going to have a couple of guests.
I really missed my calling.
And your calling is?
It should have been a school photographer. You got an email yesterday from Justin's or whatever the hell the name of the company is. Hey, your kid, he's going to miss out on this yearbook if you don't buy the yearbook.
Your kid's not even, was a freshman in high school?
Sophomore.
Mm-hmm. What's a sophomore need a yearbook for?
Everybody gets a yearbook. You never got a yearbook when you were in...
Not when I was a sophomore.
Really?
No, you got it on senior, like when you're in your senior year.
You didn't have a yearly yearbook that you bought?
Yeah, the seniors got them. No, I didn't buy it. I mean, I could have, I suppose, but no, what the hell do I care about
everybody.
those classes?
That's been going on since I've been going to school. I don't know. Maybe times changed from the early 1900s to the late 1900s.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah, perhaps.
But I have one yearbook from my high school, and that's really all I care about.
It's $60.
$60?
Yeah, and then I'm like, there's only like 30 kids in the whole class, meaning there's only like 120 kids in the entire school. So can't I just go on assembly day and take a picture of the group and print it up at Walgreens with a 5x7 for $3?
For that few kids, what kind of lifetime memories are you really expecting to have?
Right, and there's room on the back of the 5x7 for everybody to sign it. What a racket this thing is.
The whole, not just yearbooks, but school pictures in general are a whole big racket.
Yeah, that was another one. The other company is Grin and Barrett, which, by the way, is a made-up name. I thought that was like two people named Grynn and Barrett.
No.
And it just happened to be, because you see people whose names reflect what they do. Like an alcoholic, like Bobby Drink Whiskey or something like that.
Drink wine.
Or something like that.
Carlos Boozer.
Right.
Right.
You would have a guy who's, doing that. But it's just, Grin and Barrett.
Yeah, it's a play on words, just to give you the idea that it's a fun process when it's not.
I hate things that are revealed to me.
Yeah, you're much better operating in the dark.
I like being ignorant for the most part, but so yeah, that's another one of these things. They're like, we got one picture day in the fall, and then we'll do another one in the spring because if you didn't like the first one, you can retake it and do the next one, but we're still going to charge you $30 for one picture.
See, when I was a youngster, there was no second chance at the school picture. Like, it was one and done, and they weren't going to come back. So if that picture was awful, and as you know, when you're like 10, 11, maybe like 9 years old, all of those school pictures are usually dreadful.
Well, not anymore. They have filters galore now.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. You can put leaves behind you. You can put lasers behind you. Cats and lasers.
That sounds fun, but we didn't have that kind of option back in the 70s and 80s. It was like, if you don't get this right, you're stuck with that.
Yeah.
And we're going to frame them.
Right. Yeah, that was the way it was through most of the 80s, too. All they did, the only filters they had was they upgraded to, they filtered the light. So you could get like a blue light behind you, a red light behind you, or whatever, whatever the yellow or green, the basic colors. But yeah, I really, how hard can it be to just snap a photo and then turn around and go, yep, this print's going to cost you $30.
Someone's making serious bank in that whole thing. Yeah. And and like a lot of times in high school yearbooks now, the kid can submit their own picture. Like they can have a friend do it on an iPhone and submit it. Well, what does that cost? Nothing.
But if you
have a professional and you're sitting there and you're trying to do whatever you can to make your kid look good.
If you had
You're stuck.
every kid do what you just said, submit a picture, and then compile a book, you could probably do it for way cheaper than $60 a book. You'd probably do it for half of that, probably $30.
But I think school systems have contracts with these companies.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's
And
like,
they're kind
why
of
do they-
legally bound to stick with it.
Why do they bother? And it's probably a kickback. It's probably like a 5%. It's probably something like not even good. Like I never agreed with the school fundraisers, like the Yankee candles and or popcorn or whatever, because you're better off running your own fundraiser and getting all of the money versus selling a product and getting 10% from a candle.
When my kids were in elementary school and they were for a period of time going to a private school, it was like as soon as one fundraiser was over, another one began. Well, my kids are going to go like the same well of customers every time. Grandparents, maybe an aunt and uncle, what have you. You can only go to that well so many times, but when you get like 6 fundraisers in a school year, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot to ask of the kid, even more to ask from the family that's going to pony up money.
But it's a guilt thing, too.
Of course it is.
And you know what? The private schools are even worse.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they're constantly looking for funding. My sister works for a Catholic school, and she's like, "Yeah, we're doing our annual appeal." I'm like, "Didn't you just do an annual appeal?" "Yeah, but that was for December. No, this is for February."
It's a new fiscal year.
Yeah, it's always some new fundraiser going on.
Yeah, fiscal year begins in July. So now we're ready for another one.
What are them Catholics doing with all that money?
Probably paying for lawyers.
No, it's probably the new marble floor in the hall. But to go back to the picture thing, that's a lot of money for probably a pamphlet.
Yeah.
I got the yearbook last year, same thing. It's not that big. Like I said, there's only 120 kids in like the entire high school. So,
did you ever look through like the whole thing and see like the different tiers of like the different package tiers they've got?
Yeah.
Like if you want okay, I remember my parents having like the full 8x10 picture of me in like 7th grade, and it wasn't good, but yet it was on a bigger frame. Well, now if you want that plus other pictures for the grandparents, it's like $300.
Yeah,
like get out of town. Like if I want to give you a picture of my kid, I can do it on my iPhone, have it printed at CVS, and boom, I'm done for $5. Merry Christmas.
Listen, with the iPhone, the good thing you brought that up, you can get like a 40x zoom on those things.
Yeah, but
you could stand in the middle of a sporting complex at a high school and take pictures of 4 different games going on with a 40x. Not that you want some guy taking pictures of your kids in the middle of a field, but technically you could get all those pictures, compile them, send it off to Walgreens. Boom, they got a photo album ready for you in 20 minutes.
If Snapchat could create a filter that takes that prepubescent awkwardness out of your picture, you'd make a fortune out of that.
I believe they do have those.
I don't know if they do.
You don't.
I mean, there's the dog face selfie. There's the one where you're dancing, and I believe is a cat.
I would have needed the back knee remover. I don't think they had a filter for that back then.
It's too bad.
Yeah, grin and bear it this time, pal.
It's 6:21 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
How much is the
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock. It's 6:27, and the Foo Fighters are Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam, we'll have the full forecast for you.
Let's see. We got Mike Quincy from Consumer Reports coming up after 7 o'clock. We also got tickets to see Joe Bonamassa. He's coming to Symphony Hall on March 4th. We'll have tickets to that show a little bit later on today. And then Marty will be here talking about, I believe, some sort of comedy show that's only costing you $20.
Something about $20, dinners, comedy shows, shortstop, whatever. We'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to all the big details later on today.
In the meantime, let's laugh.
It's Bax and Nagle's Joke of the Day
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you,
on Rock 102,
I make you laugh.
Springfield's classic rock.
You know, for my girlfriend's birthday, pretend I have a girlfriend, I got her a bunch of abacus beads as a gift.
Really?
Yeah, it's the little things that count. You see, Bax, that's funny because an abacus is an oblong frame with rows or wires or grooves along which beads are slid, used for calculating or counting.
Yeah, that's right.
And so if I get her a small version of that, it is the
the
little things that count. That is
the
the play on words. That explanation is for Jim in Florida again.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
For participating in today's show.
Thank you so much.
Here's your Western Mass.
6:32 with Bax and Nagle and Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by Big Y, your family market. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thank you, Bax. As you know, the New England Patriots are going to be in the Super Bowl, or the Superb Owl, as people have called it on TikTok, because they can't say the word Super Bowl.
So they'll say Superb Owl instead?
Yeah, that's actually not a bad play on words to do it. But either way, Rice Fruit Farm in Wilbraham is preparing for this weekend's big game by baking homemade sugar cookies themed after the New England Patriots. The small business began producing these scratch-made treats during the Patriots' first playoff game this year. While the bakery typically rotates its specialty items for Valentine's Day, Halloween, and Christmas, the football-inspired designs have quickly become a favorite for the local fans. Anthony Maloney, co-owner of Rice Fruit Farm, said the idea for football-themed treats came from his baking staff. Maloney noted that both employees and customers have shown strong interest in the cookies since they were introduced. A lot of fans out here work on our customers, so he said, let's make a couple of football-inspired cookies, and all of a sudden people are grabbing like 10 or 12 of them at a time.
Is that how he sounds?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever met him.
I don't know if I have either. I know I've been at Rice's a schmillion times, but not.
Well, you haven't been there in a couple of weeks, probably, to see it.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, if they're selling them as cookies, I may have to make a trip.
Well, how about I would love a Patriots-inspired muffin top. Oh, like one of them double chocolate ones.
So good.
Yeah. Even if you just tell me Tom Brady whiffed it, then I'll say, that's a Patriots muffin top. You don't even need to decorate it.
You could shape it and to look like a football.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even have to put like logos on it. You wouldn't be violating, any kind of copyright.
Right.
Just like shaped like a football. And then you alert me, and then I would go and buy a whole bunch of them because they're delicious.
10 to 12 at a time people are grabbing. A dozen.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, Super Bowl's the Superb Owl is a big deal.
I like the Superb Owl. I think that's
I like that more than like, hey, everybody, we're getting you ready for your big game party.
The big game tailgate. Or the giant football game that plays every February around the second weekend.
Because you see, the NFL does troll around looking for people to violate that kind of stuff. But Superb Owl, I wonder how quickly it'll take the NFL to catch on to that.
I remember hearing that a few years ago. It's not something new, but I think it's trending now. Superb Owl.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too. In addition to the sugar cookies, the farm is offering other themed items for the game. This includes a May ice cream sundae.
Oh my God, what's that?
Rice fruit, I don't know, but that sounds pretty good. Rice, listen, it's Rice's. There ain't nothing coming out of there that's
I have never had anything Rice's where I said, well, this is inadequate.
Yeah, nice going to a place like that where you can say, I've never had a bad thing here.
Never.
Yeah.
Not once. Not once have I. And I live fairly close to Rice's. So it's like it's an easy trip over there.
Yeah. Then maybe you should take an easy trip to this afternoon and go get us some Patriots-themed cookies and bring them on in here. Take some of that petty cash out of the box upstairs. Make sure you got enough to cover everything.
Yeah, I know me, Steve. If I go and buy all those cookies, there'll be none left by the time I get here tomorrow morning.
You know what I had last night?
What?
Ice cream from Costco.
Costco ice cream.
The sundaes that they make?
Really? Oh,
yeah.
At the okay, sure.
I had to go out shopping with the kids. And I said, "This, what? Costco is a respectable place for dinner. Let's try Costco." So, it was pizza slices, a hot dog. I tried their new calzone. Not a big fan.
No?
I mean, it's fairly cheap, but it's also cheaply made as well. And so, I don't know.
I've always been a big... I mean, how difficult is it? You're basically taking a pizza, you flip it over to calzone.
Yeah, but it's not, I don't know. There's something about it that's too hot pockety. You know what I mean? Like it has that too hot pocket taste to it,
I got it.
which I'm not a big fan of the hot pockets.
I'm a big fan of the chicken bake, though. That's a delicious.
Chicken bake's a respectable meal.
Delicious.
It's got like 900 calories for one of them. That's like your whole day. That's like half of your whole day's worth of calories you're supposed to have.
Steve, if my plan is to eat dinner at a Costco, I don't really care about calories.
I do. I only ate half the calzone and I threw it away.
Well, that's a waste.
Well, what am I going to do? I didn't really like it. I wasn't going to take it home with me because I'm not going to heat it up again because it wasn't really that good the first time. But the ice cream, that was good.
Well, okay. Well, at least you were satisfied with something.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't go treat that as like a soft serve place in the summertime.
Because there are other soft serve places to go.
Yeah, but for $3, you can't beat it.
If I'm not mistaken, even the Friendlies is still open in West Springfield, right?
I believe it is.
Well, see, there you go.
Is it? Maybe it is closed.
I don't even know. It's been so long since I've been to like Riverdale Street for like really anything
Yeah.
that I don't even know it's there anymore.
Well, you got
Probably
that
been
one
like
place.
3 months, maybe.
Then you get that other place.
Yeah, right.
Then the place.
Yeah,
And then the place.
that place still open
Yeah,
too.
that place is still open too.
Oh, that's good to know.
Well, you still have Olive Garden when all else fails.
Everything else would have to fail.
Because when you're there, you're a dysfunctional family. There's always some drunk in the corner asking where his next round of breadsticks and salad is. The Willie Ross School for the Deaf in Longmeadow launched its spring semester of American Sign Language classes on Tuesday evening. The Willie Ross School for the Deaf in Longmeadow launched its spring semester of American Sign Language classes on Tuesday evening.
I think they can hear you.
That was the Garrett Morris heart. What is it?
Right. It's like
Hard for the hearing.
hard,
for the hard of hearing.
News for the hard of hearing.
Yeah, that was the only reason I did that. That's the only one. We don't need to read the rest of the story. They're taking class. I mean, if you want to enroll.
Right.
If you want to enroll, you got to do it right now.
I'm sure if you are hearing impaired, the transcript of the Bax and Nagle podcast will be very helpful to you.
Actually, it does a pretty good job. Sometimes it messes up, though.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Especially when it has a hard time figuring out who's who.
Well, when you say, or me, or even I say, city, like city solicitor, it mispronounces it.
It says like silly solicitor.
No, like SH.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Well, it depends on the solicitor.
I guess so. You always have to listen to it at 2 times the speed because nobody wants to listen to this at normal speed.
I have a hard time sitting through it in real time.
Yeah.
Some days.
4 individuals have been charged with allegedly using over 100 stolen identities to fraudulently obtain over $1 million in SNAP and pandemic unemployment assistance benefits. In a statement by the Department of Justice in Boston, the scheme involved 115 stolen identities used to obtain $440,000 in SNAP benefits from Massachusetts and Rhode Island and over $700,000 in PUA benefits from Massachusetts, New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Washington, and Nevada.
PUA?
PUA!
Are those benefits for the PUA?
She's a PUA! The following 3 men were charged by a criminal complaint with conspiracy to use, transfer, acquire, and possess SNAP benefits. Joel Vicisio Fernandez, Roman Verquez Fernandez, and Caraba Abersaran Saniva. In addition, 37-year-old Raul Fernandez Viscu of Fitchburg has been charged with conspiracy to commit SNAP fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, SNAP benefit fraud, aiding and abetting, and money laundering.
Now, if you were one of those people that lost their SNAP benefits during the government shutdown and you hear a story like this, I would be I'd be pretty teed off.
Yeah.
When someone's fiddling around with benefits that could have gone to someone who used it.
I don't think the criminal mind really gives a crap about the recipient of something.
Clearly.
They clearly can only care about their own interests, and this is why they were running the shemmy.
Well, I think anytime scheme, Steve.
Whatever.
I think anytime you are involved in identity theft, you have a very little well of conscience. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
guess
you
so.
don't really care about anybody, but faking someone's identity for your own personal gain.
I do that all the time. I sign your name to everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That would explain why I got all these magazines.
You don't get the ones that say "Big Dumb Idiot" on it. 45 Fisher Avenue, East Longmeadow.
I thought those were just Pat's. Yeah. Those were for Pat. I just put them in his box.
We're gonna have to change the address now. We're gonna have to get used to. It's like writing the 2025 26 on the checks thing. We're gonna move, and we're gonna have a new address that we're gonna have to remember all the time.
Yeah,
And phone number. Well, phone numbers will probably stay the same, I'm sure.
probably.
Yeah, but the address.
Totally different now.
You know, the Hawkman tried to get some insider information on me the other day.
Yeah.
Mr. Nagle, what is the address of the new office? I promise I won't tell anybody.
Why did he ask you? He asked me the very same question.
So I just said, I don't even know. I just know where it is. I don't know what the actual address is.
Yesterday, he's asking me, hey, are you guys really moving or are you just pulling my leg?
You know,
And I'm like,
feel
dude,
that if we were
like
anyway.
you would know. And then secondly, he's like, well, what's the address? So I give him the address. And he says, is there an elevator up there? I said, well, yeah, there is. He said, does that mean I can stop by the studio and watch you guys do the show? I said, theoretically.
Theoretically.
I mean,
We don't usually
I don't want to
typically-
give any commitments out when I haven't got anything approved by management.
I get very uncomfortable when somebody even walks by this window out here. It's like they're tapping on the glass and bothering the fish when they come by.
It's like we got an in studio guest.
Yeah.
They want to you talk about like a charitable event or whatever. I always feel like I got to be on my best behavior.
Yeah.
What a pain that is.
I don't want to be on my best behavior.
Takes away from the show.
You know what? We should just put a camera in the studio and let him go to town from
There
the
you
comfort
go.
of his own home.
Good idea.
PepsiCo is cutting prices on Lay's, Doritos, Cheetos, and Tostitos this year to win back customers exasperated by years of price hikes. For some consumers, low and middle income consumers, the biggest friction they have today in our category is affordability. PepsiCo Chairman CEO Ramon Laguarta said Tuesday during a conference call with investors. So we've been testing multiple ways to give them affordability. PepsiCo has leaned on price increases as the cost of packaging, ingredients, and transportation rose. In the fourth quarter, they hiked prices 4.5% globally, and beverages rose 7% in North America alone. That has pumped up revenue, including the most recent quarter. Their net revenue rose 5.6% to $29.3 billion.
You know, this is such garbage. First of all, have you tried looking at like a party-sized bag of like Ruffles? I'm just throwing Ruffles because you mentioned Lay's potato chips. They're the party size
Is now
the same size as the regular size used to be. In other words, they've jacked up the price for you to have less fun at your party.
They've done it with everything. They've done it with ice cream containers. They've done it with cracker containers. They've done it with every item.
Yes, they've
And they've
downsized everything.
Even like the can of tuna is reduced by like half an ounce because any little bit helps.
Yeah, and that's my favorite ounce.
The half ounce?
The half ounce.
The half ounce of
Yes.
Charlie. Sorry, Charlie. Sorry, Charlie, you're not getting a full can of tuna anymore.
If you eliminate a half ounce of tuna, I'm going to be starving by having that one can of tuna. I'm going to have to open up a second can. But now who's losing money?
But this is the thing. It's all for show. These companies come out and they're like, we're going to reduce the price. And I'm like, yeah, you're reducing the amount you're giving too. So you're really not reducing the price. You're making the same rate of money.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. And I'm not buying this at all.
Well, I don't buy Pepsi products anyway.
I'll buy the chips.
I am a Shasta soda, true and blue.
Shasta, what are you, 75 years old?
Yes, I am. You never had Shasta soda?
Not since like 1979.
You know what the most disgusting flavor they ever came out with was the chocolate Shasta.
Oh, that was gross.
It was disgusting. It
Yes.
had tasted nothing like chocolate. It was like fake chocolate flavor.
Watered down chocolate.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's like somebody put Yoo-Hoo and carbonated water together.
Yeah.
Yoo-hoo sucks. Do they even still make Yoo-hoo?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's Yoo-hoo out there.
That's a drink. It's not necessarily milk, right? It's like got some milk in it, but it's not really.
I honestly don't know what's in it. I mean, it could just be, chocolate flavored water. Like if someone's like trying to cheap out making hot chocolate, make it cold and make it with water, which is gross. That's probably what Yoo-hoo is.
I guess. It's going to be sunny today with a high of 29. It is 10 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
The Rock 102.
It's 50 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Northeast Men's Health is like the Vince the Plumber of the Vast de Friends.
I don't know.
You don't think that guy calls into a radio show somewhere else and goes, "Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my folks over at Johnson & Johnson and Dick's Sporting Goods
And Eddie's Package Store and all the
Longhorn."
Hey, this week on Baxi's Musical Podcast, my guest is author Gina Waggett. She's the author of the book called Scatman John, the remarkable story of the world's unlikeliest pop star. It's a hell of a story about this guy named John Larkin, who in the 90s had an international hit, actually 2 international hits. He was hardly a one-hit wonder. And despite having a lifetime of stuttering, addiction problems, abuse, problems as a child, bullying. It's an amazing story about how a guy took all of these, what could be seen as limitations, turned them into a gigantic superpower, and had these massive hits worldwide. Great story. You can hear that interview on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and on the Rock 102 app. All brought to you by Metro Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram at Chicopee, and Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock.
This lady in Boston accused of posing as a Boston high school student.
That's like an older story, isn't it?
It just came out. The woman accused of posing as a Boston high school student over the course of several years pleaded guilty on Tuesday to several counts as a part of a plea deal reached between the prosecution and defense. 34-year-old Shelby Hewitt was accused of enrolling in 3 Boston high schools from 2021 to 2023, all while working for the Mass Department of Children and Families. She was arrested in June of 2023. On Tuesday, she agreed to plead guilty to 3 counts of forgery, 1 count of identity fraud, and 1 count of false claim to be an employer. The Commonwealth agreed to dismiss the remaining charges. The agreement recommended a sentence of 4 years probation with special conditions, including that she maintain mental health treatment and maintain her medication compliance, and that she have no contact with the victim of the identity fraud, and she stay away from all Boston public schools. She convinced all these people, including administration.
Yeah.
Which goes to show you, like, how much is the vetting process going on?
Well, apparently she looked very young for her age.
Yeah, she's 34 years old. She does look, I don't know if I would pass her off as a teenager, though, but maybe 5 years ago.
Maybe.
Or 3 years ago or whatever, 4 years ago.
I mean, can we imagine having a desire to go back to high school? Of all the places I'd want to never go back to, it's high school.
And that's something you'll never find out now because there's going to be no trial. She basically pled out to it and will receive the probation. But I'm always curious about the motive. Like, first of all, would you really want to go back to that time?
High school wasn't that much fun the first time around.
Maybe my mid-20s. That's where I had a lot of fun back then.
Yeah.
You know, I'd go do that again. But
even if you
go back to high school,
even if you walked in there with the idea, if I knew then what I knew now, even if you had that kind of mindset, I still wouldn't want to prove any of it.
Yeah, I know.
Go back to high school.
Yeah,
please.
I wouldn't want to. I hated high school.
I didn't hate high school. Just not a part of my life. I feel like I need to get a mulligan for. I don't need a redo.
Well, you might. I mean, yeah, but going back to that, if you knew then what you did, you know what I mean? Like, if you have all the knowledge now, then go back and do it. Would you do it then?
No.
Why not? You could be the smartest kid in your school. Well, second, you could probably be like the top 100th kid, smartest kid in the school.
I'm almost convinced that would not happen.
You don't know that.
I knew who the smartest kids in the school were, and I was nowhere near close to that.
Yes, but you're pretend you're in this fantasy world, Bax, where you have this knowledge.
Yes.
You get transformed back into a teenager, and you go back to high school, and you're like, you're the smart. You have all the knowledge in the world. You have Chat GPT. You can you can blow all your classmates away with mediocrity.
I think it was off to a pretty good start when I was down there the first time around.
Hey, why is Bax using so many dashes in his essays? I don't know.
He's a very big fan of needless punctuation.
Well, he's going to make a good hospital CEO one day. That's him. That's good old Baxy.
I mean, he didn't cite his sources in high school. There's no reason to cite sources as a professional.
But I wouldn't do this. I would never want to go back to a high school setting, even if I was like transformed to a teenager again.
I had a great time in college.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think I'd want to do that again either.
Well,
I barely survived it.
There was a couple of times, a couple of parties I went to that were pretty lit, man.
Oh,
I would go back and do those again.
I would agree with that, but at almost 60 years old, I'm thinking, I don't think I could relive that all over again.
Yeah.
And survive.
I don't know. I went to the thing is, I went to Westfield State, and the partying wasn't as grandiose as they kind of made it out to be. It was only when I knew a guy who went to UMass that we went up to visit him at those apartments, and it was like you walk into those apartments. And it was this particular place was like the buffet of whatever you wanted. There was pills over here.
Yeah.
There was a guy with a balloon sucking the nitrous out of the balloon. There was a beer funnel that was actually not no beer was in it, but it was gin and tonics.
Yeah.
And there was all kinds of good stuff going on there.
See, that was kind of like more of my college experience, but at 25% of the size.
Yeah.
So on a smaller scale, but I mean, that's what I was facing. Going back to that now with Borgs or whatever, I don't think I could last very long.
Your Borg now is your colonoscopy prep jug.
Exactly. Yeah. Same kind of thing.
With no alcohol.
Yeah, something unexpected's coming out of me.
I was gonna say you're still gonna have a Blarney blowout.
It's 6:57 on Rock 102.
Fate by me.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, Winter Storm headquarters before and after the storm.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? As most of you can assume by now, the 50 people responsible for voting for the Football Hall of Fame enshrinement class of 2026 are not exactly fans of the New England Patriots. First, they failed to come up with enough votes for Bill Belichick, one of the greatest head coaches in NFL history, in his first year of eligibility. Yesterday it was announced that it didn't stop there. Also failed to cough up enough votes for Patriots owner Robert Kraft as well. Now, I can understand not voting for many of the 24,953 players who have played in the NFL since its inception. And I can understand not casting a vote for many of the coaches, owners, executives, and other contributors who have positively affected the game as well. But there appears to be a growing bias against the six-time Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. Leaving Bill Belichick on the skids is certainly egregious on its own, but so is denying Robert Kraft, whose list of achievements and contributions to the game of football is also significant. Never mind all those Super Bowl appearances for a moment. This is a man who took a dying franchise, turned it around to arguably the most dominating team in league history. He served on countless ownership committees, played a key role in ending the lockout 15 years ago, and has spent millions and millions of dollars on his own money on charitable causes. On top of that, he's been directly involved in everything from television deals, labor negotiations, and the expansion of the NFL around the globe. And yet, because he spent $86 on a rub and tug of the Orchids of Asia Day Spa 7 years ago, suddenly all those significant contributions are meaningless. Listen, you don't have to like the guy, believe in the guy, or give a damn about his Hall of Fame credentials. The fact of the matter is, this stinks of unfair bias. And for those who are wondering what this will mean when Tom Brady becomes eligible in 2 years, don't be surprised if the greatest quarterback in NFL history doesn't get enough votes from the same 50 people either. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Elliot's been with Rocky's for 10 years, working his way up, and now he's the store manager at the Island Pond location. Next time you're at the Island Pond Rockies, say hello, give them a big hearty congratulations. Good people like Elliot and rock solid service at every Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102. Springfield
to Springfield's Classic Rock at 7-Eleven and the Rolling Stones at Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be sunny today with a high of 29. It is 12 right now in downtown Springfield.
It seems like it's been way too long since the last time we had Mike Quincy from Consumer Reports. He's on the phone list right now. Go on, Michael. How you doing?
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
It's going pretty good, man. Did you hear about, first, before we get into all this stuff, did you hear about this, like Toyota possibly rumored to be selling a $10,000 truck in the United States?
Well, there's always talk about getting more affordable models in, because that's probably the biggest hurdle right now for car buyers is the cost, just the cost of entry. I mean, the average price of a new car is about $50,000, so, bring it on.
When I hear about a truck that's only $10,000, I'm curious if it comes with like standard equipment like wheels.
Windshield wipers.
Yeah, or even a windshield. I mean, is that really necessary?
If you just drive it in the summer, you could be like a Jeep Wrangler. You fold down the front windshield, you take the doors off. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's a slightly taller golf cart at that point.
Hey, it'll fit into all those retirement communities in Florida.
So we're diving in this morning to the best cars of the year, top 10 picks of 2026. I'm going to just go out on a limb and say the Pontiac Aztek is going to be number one.
Yeah, when was the last time Pontiac hit the top 10 of anything?
What's funny is I go to a bunch of old car shows with my oldest son, and there's a series of car shows called Radwood, which kind of focuses on like 80s and 90s cars.
Yeah.
And these Aztecs show up at the show, and people are fascinated by it. So when a car doesn't sell well when it's a new car, and it kind of goes away, it comes back as a classic car, and everyone thinks it's cool.
Well, what about the Suzuki X90?
Oh man, I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
We had a few issues with Suzuki with lawsuits, so let's move on to the top picks list.
All right, fine.
So in this list, I mean, there are more than 260 cars to choose from. How did you select this top 10? I mean, was there like a criteria you were looking for?
Sure. I mean, the Consumer Reports top picks list is like our Super Bowl for automotive testing, and we get really excited to disclose this list every year. And to be a top pick, all the models have just a really good overall score, which is a compilation of road test performance, predictive reliability, owner satisfaction, and safety. So the really smart people that I work with, and trust me, they're all way smarter than me, compile all this data and look at the numbers, and these are the cars that have come out on top.
Now, you broke this down as far as categories: small cars, SUVs, large SUVs, trucks. Is there a car that emerged that surprised you, hit the top 10, or was these pretty clear cut winners?
I think what most surprised me about this year's Consumer Reports top picks list is the reemergence of the Ford F-150, and I know Steve Nagle's going to have some PTSD from this, but I mean the Ford looked at the problems when they redesigned their F-150, and they had issues in the beginning. They worked on them. They improved them. The Ford F-150's reliability got better and scored high enough in reliability in Consumer Reports member surveys to make a top picks list. And I'm telling you, the hybrid version of the F-150 is a great truck. It is smooth. It's quiet. It has a good ride. It has an amazing like 600-plus mile cruising range. I'm really, really glad to see the F-150 back on top.
So they got rid of the exploding rear window and the plastic oil pan?
I don't know. It's probably hard for me to convince you to take another look at it. But if you're in the market for a large pickup truck, check out the F-150. And listen, big pickup truck reliability in Consumer Reports surveys has not been well at all. I mean, it's been years since we had a full-size truck qualify for a top pick. So that is super cool. But if you want something a little bit smaller, definitely check out the Ford Maverick. That's our top pick for a small pickup truck. Again, a hybrid model. In fact, all the top picks in Consumer Reports list this year are either offered as a hybrid or they're fully electric. So that's really good for fuel efficiency, but the F-150, the Maverick is relatively affordable, ranges from 28,000 to about 41,000. Great fuel economy, about 37 miles per gallon overall in Consumer Reports testing. I love this little truck because not everyone needs a full-size truck.
Well, I was going to ask you about that because I'm looking at the 37 miles per gallon is for any large vehicle is outstanding. Even with a hybrid, that's really, really good for a larger vehicle with that kind of weight.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, the hybrids of today are so much better than the early ones in like the early 2000, 2001. Like the first Prius that came out was this kind of homely little car that was underpowered and noisy. And so when you think about hybrids these days, they're refined, they're fuel efficient, they usually have more power, so you've got the little electric boost coming right off the line. The batteries add a little bit of weight to the car, so it probably improves the ride. It lowers noise levels. It can improve handling. I would encourage everyone out there in Rock 102 land to embrace hybrids because they are awesome.
You're the SUVs that emerged. Some are not really terribly surprising. The Subaru Crosstrek for the compact SUV, the Subaru Forester. You guys are always very high on Subaru, but then you also look at the Toyota Grand Highlander as a midsize SUV. That did pretty well too.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about what some families might need, and that can be 3-row seating if you have a bunch of kids, you're always doing carpools or whatnot. The Toyota Grand Highlander really fits the bill. The hybrid version got 35 miles per gallon overall, and again, this is not a tiny car. I mean, it's not huge. It's not like a Chevy Suburban or something like that. But there's plenty of room inside. The controls are super easy. You've got this legendary Toyota reliability. The Grand Highlander is a vehicle that's easy to recommend because it likely will never let you down.
Never let you down?
Well,
never going to give you up?
Never let you down. Maybe the rear glass won't explode.
Well, that's good.
Will it run around and desert you?
Let's hope not.
Oh, and one thing before I forget, 2026, Consumer Reports is celebrating its 90th anniversary, and that's almost as long as you guys have been on the air.
Yeah.
Wow, that's you're damn close to it. Absolutely.
Are we having a party? Or are they going to let you come out of the shell and come up and celebrate with some cookies from Mrs. Quincy?
That might be in the near future. More plans more disclosures to come eventually. I really thought that line would get a laugh or something, but it didn't. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay, Mike. It just makes me feel old because it's 30. It'll be 31 years coming up here. So yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, you're spending all this time on these reliable vehicles. What it sounds like is you need to work on your 5 minutes by coming to the Shortstop Bar and Grill for $20 dinner and a comedy show. It's cheaper than a tank of gas.
I could always use some help in delivery and being funny because I take a back seat to you guys.
One of the vehicles that you did talk about, EVs are, I don't know where things stand. I know the U.S. automakers are kind of like behind the rest of the world on this, but the EV that made the list was the Tesla Model Y. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Well, Tesla has been at the EV game longer than just about anybody, and as you mentioned, the domestic brands got into EVs relatively late in the game, and they've had decidedly mixed successes. Tesla is sort of like Ford in the way that they've looked at reliability issues, because Tesla has had reliability problems in the past, but they looked at their weaknesses and they improved upon them. I have to give credit for them I give credit to any manufacturer that looks at their problems and tries to make them better. The Model Y did exceptionally well in Consumer Reports testing. We had a range of about 331 miles, which is pretty robust for an EV. But the thing about Tesla is they're always dialed in with handling. This is not a kind of a boring sedan. This almost feels like a sports car to drive. And being an EV, it's super fast. The controls are a little wonky, but if you can get past that and are interested in an all electric vehicle, I would definitely check out the Tesla Model Y.
One of the other things that you sent us that's in Consumer Reports this month is about find the safest new car using Consumer Reports safety verdict. I mean, I know there's a lot of new safety features that cars are adopting now. What would you say is like the biggest, like the one model that stands out most when it comes to safety?
Well, a lot of people talk about safety and they as being sort of their top priority. I want a safe car, and I don't care about how fast it is or whatever. And so we kind of reevaluated looking at what safety means. It's not just crash tests, but safety can be broken down into how does the car handle, how are the brakes, and more importantly, how are the controls? So I did mention the Model Y's controls not being awesome. So distracting controls takes away from the driver's attention to what's happening in front of them, and a good vehicle can avoid a crash to begin with. So you're looking at handling and braking as a way to avoid accidents. And we've broken it down to tiers of looking at cars as basic, better, and best. And the best ones have standard highway speed automatic emergency braking, standard blind spot warning, standard rear cross traffic warning. These technologies are all proven to prevent crashes and injuries. We're just looking at data. So if a new safety feature comes out and there's no data backing up that it's improving, like reducing crashes, then we don't pay it any mind. But the ones that can prove that they're actually doing something good are the ones that we recommend. So in terms of buying a safe car, on the affordability side, check out the Mazda CX-30. This is priced between $25,000 and $37,000. Did well in Consumer Reports testing, about 37 miles per gallon overall on the highway. And again, all those standard safety features. On a little bit bigger, a larger vehicle, one that I particularly really like, the Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid, 38 miles per gallon overall. This is mid-size 3-row SUVs. Really good handling, super controls. I love the Santa Fe Hybrid. So those are just two examples.
What about the Pinto? What's any word on the Pinto?
Again, you show up at an old car show with a Pinto, people will be crowding around it, being fascinated by it.
You know what I recently saw? It was on one of the, I don't even remember what show it was, but it was a Reliant Robin. Do you remember those?
Oh,
they were like foreign cars.
The Reliant showed up in a Top Gear episode. There was a three-wheel thing. Go around the corner quickly. The whole thing tips right over. What a great idea! And
how did nobody know that? The three-wheel vehicle would be easy. That was like the number one thing about the car they were talking about how easily it flipped over. Of course it's going to flip over. It has a one wheel in the front and two wheels in the back.
I'm sure they knew it, but they hoped that enough people would buy it anyway.
I mean, I could peel out of my big wheel at the age of 5. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like the same concept.
It is.
Oh, weren't big wheels great?
They were kind of fun.
Big wheels.
They were kind of fun.
Now, what are the test results on the Superman big wheel of 1983?
Well, that you had that little rear brake pull, so you could kind of do donuts.
Oh yeah,
and
I
remember my friends and I just wore those. They were plastic wheels. We wore them down to nothing.
Yeah. And if you could wedge it underneath your dad's dad's car, this Pinto, then that's a whole bunch of fun when you get out of the emergency room.
And some friend has like a ride-on lawnmower or a go-kart or something, and you tie a rope to the big wheel and you try to throw them off like you would a water skier.
You could check out the
good times.
Absolutely. You can check out the car blog. Mike Quincy is writing in there all the time on ConsumerReports.org. Mike, great to talk to you.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks, Mike.
Absolutely. It's 7:25 on Rock 102. It's 7:28 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam's got the full forecast for you.
Rock 102's got the big game hookup. for the, what is it, the Superb Owl?
Superb Owl.
I don't know if I can actually say that here, but you can download the Rock 102 app and then click on the banner to enter your chance to win. Someone gets a $200 gift certificate to the Yard Tavern, a $100 gift certificate to the Tudor House Liquors, and a Ninja Woodfire Outdoor Grill and Smoker, courtesy of Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL and the Superb Owl 60. We'll choose the winner on February 6th, which, my God, is just 2 days away from today. It's your chance to win the big game hookup from Rock 102. Springfield's Classic Rock.
Did you get your snacks yet?
No.
What are you making? What are you going to make? What are you thinking about making?
Last night, it was suggested that friends of ours are going to come over and bring, and they'll be bringing the food.
Oh.
I'm like, fantastic.
What kind of food are they bringing?
I think they're going to bring Chinese.
Chinese. I like Chinese.
I like their tiny little trees.
They only come up to your knees.
Look at all
cute, and they're friendly, and they're ready to please.
Think of all the many things they've done to impress.
There's Maoism,
Taoism, eating and chess.
I like Chinese for the wisdom that Confucius.
So yeah, that's what we're going for. Chinese.
Well, I'm going to be playing Tecmo Bowl with Joe Montana and Deion Sanders. Tongle, a creator-driven studio and platform, worked on Pharrell Williams' Piece by Piece movie, is developing a feature film based on Tecmo's classic 80s football video game Tecmo Bowl. A movie.
Fun.
It's been 30 years since, or more since this game came out. The studio, which has developed content for Netflix, the Lego Group, Pokemon, NBC, Universal, and more brands, says it will collaborate with its community of over 160,000 creatives to reimagine the beloved classic as a movie that will combine live action with animated gameplay sequences inspired by the original Tecmo Bowl.
Wow.
Something no one ever asked for.
And no one will ask for it a second time.
It was a cool game at the time. It was actually a very cool football game to play. And all you had to do was zigzag up and down the field. You can get a touchdown every single time.
You know, I don't have this anymore, but I used to have it. If I did, I'd bring it into work and we could try to predict the Super Bowl results. I used to have one of them big electric football games.
Oh, yeah.
With like the vibrating field, and you'd have all these players going in every possible which way, which, by the way, looks nothing like actual football.
Well, but it was supposed to be fun.
Yeah, but it was always so fun. And the ball was like this little tiny felt ball that you put in like the running back's hands.
You felt your ball?
Yes. And if he got to the end zone, well, then you basically win, because otherwise there's really no progression. But I wish we still had that. I don't know why that was given away or lost or sold. I can't even remember how it fell out of my possession. What a great thing!
Speaking of felt balls, every time I drive by Smith College up in Northampton, there's a building called the Felt Building.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I can't believe that survived the hashtag Me Too craze. They're doing felts in there. That's perverse.
Half my classes are there.
Yeah.
It's 7:31. News is next to Rock 102.
Here's
7:35 at Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news, brought to you by Bond 124 Gastropub in Somers, Connecticut. Open daily. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. An officer has been hospitalized, and a suspect is now dead following a standoff at the Spencer Fair Shopping Center on Tuesday evening. In a statement released by the Millbury Police, around 7:40 p.m., a Millbury police officer, who is also a member of the SWAT team, sustained multiple gunshot wounds during response to a barricaded suspect in Spencer. They're confirming the officer was transported to a hospital and is in stable condition. I know this is more Central Mass, but I saw several people on Facebook yesterday saying that there was an active shooter and they were hiding, and it's always concerning to see something like that.
Sure it is.
And then the good news is that nobody else was hurt in this whole thing, but that's got to be pretty scary to be having to experience that.
I can't even imagine.
No, I don't want to.
No.
I don't even want to think about it.
Well, Steve, you don't want to be in denial.
Yeah.
that bad things can happen. But on the other hand, yes, nobody really wants to think about that.
The House voted to end the partial government shutdown that started Saturday, but now tax experts are warning to file your returns now to avoid possible delays. I usually get it done quick just to get it out of the way, said Agawam's Larry Goose told Western Mass News, as he already filed his tax returns on Sunday. For many, it's still a chore. Tax experts like Ray Magero of Liberty Tax in West Springfield says, tax season will go smoothly since the IRS filing system is automated. Ooh, fa!
Okay.
If your return happens to get pulled for some reason, that might slow it down. Besides the fact the shutdown, more important, the IRS is a little short-handed, Magero explains.
Yeah.
I'm just adding voices that I think are appropriate
Yeah,
to whoever
no.
they're quoting.
Hey, I'm with you.
I don't know what these people sound like. I'm just assuming.
But I think you're making a good assumption. He probably does sound exactly like that.
Hey, who's dressing up like the Statue of Liberty today?
Oh, hey, who's taking the standard deduction this year?
Now, when it comes to tax refunds, especially those for who rely on them, he said you should now file so you can get your refund faster. Shutdown or no shutdown, he wants you to make sure your personal information is protected. He continues to say, as long as you don't have a return out there attached to your Social Security number, there's a chance that some bad guys could file before you. Who says he got $1,000 more in tax refunds compared to last year despite the shutdown and the IRS being short-staffed. He is not fearful. I think it'll be all right. I don't really need the money that bad, so whenever it comes, it comes. She needed the money.
Anyhow, yeah.
The IRS season. I'm trying to read up about this. We don't have the luxury of getting this. The no tax on overtime.
Yeah, right.
Did you see like the parameters of that? Like it's only 0.5. It's only the half hour.
Right.
That is deductible as a credit.
Yeah, it isn't really all that it's cracked up to be. So, I mean, thankfully, I never work more than I'm absolutely required to work.
But it was sold to us as if you wouldn't get taxed on the overtime, which to me means anything after either, well, it depends on what workplace you're. Some people give overtime after 8 consecutive hours.
Right.
Some workplaces give overtime after 40 consecutive hours. But either way, the whole hour and a half should be tax-free, not just the 0.5.
Yeah. Well, listen, there's all kinds of things about filing your taxes that don't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Like even like the medical deduction. Even in my most sickly years, I've never qualified for any of it. I'll tell you what, the sick and the infirmed have no idea how lucky they got it.
Yeah. When you're paying all that money out of your pocket.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Even years I've had surgeries and hospital stays, I still didn't have enough to justify the write-off. I'll tell you what a scam.
You don't even know what a write-off is.
No, but they do, and they're the ones who are writing it off.
I just I don't understand why we can't just make this whole tax thing simplified.
Steve, every year that I go through the process of filing my taxes, I lament the days where I could file the 1040 easy form.
Yeah.
It was so simple.
And now you got to bring it to a guy because you don't understand half of it.
It's too complicated. The 1040 easy, I could bang that thing out in about 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's even after checking my work. But it's still, now it's too complicated. Can't figure it out. I would love to fill out the 1040 easy form.
Yeah, gone are the days. No more 1040 easy for you.
I miss it.
Hispanic business owners in Belchertown say someone left a racist and threatening letter on their front door during their first week in town. Now they're sharing their story. Western Mass News had an exclusive interview with the owners as they explain why they want their story to be told. Zulamar Despau, co-owner of Gill's Auto and Repair and Performance, shares their story with us saying, I want this person to know that they're not going to get away with this, and I want to make an example of this person. They signed a lease in November, moving their 20-year auto shop from Amherst to Belchertown. During their first week of business at their new location, workers found the letter on their front door. And it was this letter that was like, "We know you recently moved to our town. You Puerto Ricans are ugly ghetto trash. You're parasite." And then it just says all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with people? It's one thing to be ignorant and have your opinions that you keep to yourself, and you can make your little snap judgments from your front porch rocking chair.
Mm-hmm.
But to go out of your way
to write a letter
to
and then
feel
deliver it.
threatened by a business that moved in just because of the fact that they're Hispanic.
I don't know, Steve. I really don't know. If I see like a new neighborhood, a new business in my neighborhood, I'd be supportive as hell. I don't care who you are, where you're from, or what you're doing. You know what? If you're trying to make ends meet and be successful, you know what? Welcome to the neighborhood. But to go out there and to manifest this hatred towards a new business that's in town and deliver something on their door, it's just like, couldn't you just keep your ignorance to yourself?
I would,
because that's really where it belongs.
Making friends with these people as fast as I possibly can. Because you know why? Do you know what comes along with Latin heritage?
The delicious food?
Food.
Yeah.
And you know that there's somebody in that family who knows how to make a pork pernil and plantanos like there's nobody's business.
So you and I, Steve, support that business. Maybe from afar, but we support.
It's not only
support
the
the
right,
success.
It's not only the right thing to do, but it is the delicious move to make. Because eventually you're going to get. Would you like to break some bread? Like a big loaf of that Puerto Rican bread?
Oh my God, that's so delicious.
Yeah. Make a sandwich out of this pernil.
I don't know where all this hatred comes from. I'll tell you what, one bite of that pork and you'll say, no, I'm sorry, I had it all wrong. You guys are all right with me. You can stay here as long as you keep bringing that delicious roasted pernil.
Yeah. Reach out.
That's it, man.
Hit the olive branch. But don't dip the olive branch in poo before you put it out there.
Listen, I hate nobody. Unless their food sucks, and in that case, then if you come to this country and you're serving me jellied eels, I'm not interested in having a friendship. But if you got a delicious pork recipe, you're scratching me where I itch.
Pork chops.
Oh my God.
Pork pernil. Yeah, rice and beans.
A good pork loin. Oh yeah.
Your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be sunny with a high of 29. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 28. It is 12 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Ah, yeah.
Hey, y'all. It's the Rock
102 Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 7:52, and Stevie Nicks of Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Sunny with a high of 29 today. It is 12 right now in downtown Springfield, but always warm when Marty Caproni joins us.
I feel like the temperature of the room has increased by as many as 2 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hot, guys. What can I tell you? I'm
yes.
so hot.
You're a hot commodity.
He's on fire.
Yeah.
Stay away from the radio.
Sound like Paris
burn your
Hill.
fingers off.
Where's BJ Calvi with the hose? Put this inferno out.
I didn't say I was a raccoon. I said
Anyway, Marty, what brings you here to the Rock 102 studios?
It's weird. My headphones aren't working. It's weird. I heard Steve make mention to the $20 dinner and a comedy show on Thursday night, and I thought to myself, that's my bat signal.
You need to
I gotta jump in my car.
You slid down the Caproni pole, and here you are.
That's it.
We turned that dilapidated streetlight into a spotlight for a couple of minutes. We show a fork and a knife with the laugh mask
flashing
in the sky.
This is no time for a second helping of breakfast.
That's
I
right.
got to get to Rock 102.
There's pasta and meatballs to be served.
It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah. It's last week was great, man. We had I don't know, probably
60
people or so.
That's a good crowd.
It was a very good crowd.
Yeah,
and everybody seemed to have a good time.
Yeah, and lots happened in the last week since then, and I want to talk about some of it. I'm not going to talk about a lot of it on the air, but there was a certain file release that I have found very interesting.
You weren't on the Epstein list, were you?
I didn't search for my name, but I can say pretty unequivocally no.
All right. Well, at least we're cleared from that.
Yeah.
Although,
on the other hand, don't we all hate to be excluded from great parties, though? I mean, honestly.
Yes.
I like good parties.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
There's a comedian that I kind of know, Louis J. Gomez, and he searched his name joking around, and it turned out he was in the Epstein list because they were searching for, someone was asking Jeffrey Epstein for recommendations for a comedy club when they were in town, and he was like, "Oh, the Comedy Cellar tonight has Dave Attell, Jeffrey Epstein," and it listed all the people. I was like, "Can you imagine just sitting there? That comes across. You're like, how am I on this list?"
Jeffrey Epstein's doing what? 5 minutes? What is he doing?
I'm hoping the guy never wanted a $20 dinner at a comedy show, because if he did, we might be in there.
Yeah, he wouldn't have need to hang himself. He would die on stage at the shortstop for 5 minutes. Yeah.
But very much like in prison, he didn't do it alone.
Right,
that's the good news.
Right.
Anyhow,
well, what do we get? We got all kinds of stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
coming up after 8:00. Did you hear us talking about that girl, the one who was 34 years old and she pretended to be a high school student?
What again?
She just kind of pled out to it just recently, but
it's the same story from a while back. But now she's been in court.
But our question was, would you go back? Would you want to go back to high school?
No.
Not right.
No, not in a million years.
I think that'd be the worst experience I could ever think of, is reliving that portion of my life.
Just for the acne alone.
Yeah.
Who wants that?
Well,
why did she get arrested for it, though? Was she dating high school kids?
Somebody, she was bullying another student. This is the thing.
It's hilarious.
She was bullying another student, and the student had only been there for a week, and then the parents called the school, listen, we're not going to put up with this. We just came here, and, we're not dealing with that. And then that's when they started doing some investigating and realized she was a social worker with DCF.
Oh, yeah, sure. They're not crazy. The best is if she went back, but she had all her old high school references.
Yeah,
but she's still there, so she's like, "Yeah, no, it's cool that you're in the school, loser." Not.
Yeah, right.
It's like what?
That has great relevance today. You're absolutely right.
Oh my God, that's so rad, man.
Yeah, it's totally radical.
Listen, I've been rejected by enough high school girls when I was in high school. I wouldn't want to have to go back and do it for a second round. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. She's got some issues going on there. But she did it for 3 different high schools. It's what are you, Johnny Depp and 21 Jump Street doing the whole undercover cop thing?
Narc. Narc. Remember these always. To me, maybe I just spitballing here, but if you were somebody who had your kids taken away by DCF and that was the social worker that took them away, wouldn't you be like, excuse me, can I have my kids back now? Because that lady's crazy.
Yeah, she's nuts.
Yeah.
Nothing she says has any substance to it.
Oh, what do you mean she lied on a report? I'm shocked. The same lady who went back to high school?
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's they can't, now they decide, do we kick her out because she was really kicking ass on that junior achievement project she was doing? I don't know. I don't know.
She's on the prom committee. I mean, it's got a lot going on there.
She's starting clubs. I'm starting the Perimenopause Club, so just if anyone's interested. What?
Who wants to be part of the biological clock is ticking club?
She's the only one in the picture in the yearbook.
Yeah, teen pregnancy. I wish I had that.
It's 7:59. We'll have more with Marty in just a few minutes.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, Winter Storm headquarters before and after the storm.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, I would love to sit and break down all the excitement and thrills of last night's NFL Pro Bowl flag football game. But I've decided to spare some of those details and simply say this. Unless you really, really love flag football, you didn't miss much. That is, unless you appreciate stuff that sucks. Personally, I do not. And so, I chose to watch very little of the NFC's comeback win over the AFC in the final 4 minutes of the game, resulting in a razor-close final score of 66-52. How bad was it? Well, let's just say that as of about 15 minutes ago, ESPN still had not yet posted the box score on its website. Why? Because even ESPN has got bigger things to focus on. And believe it or not, a meaningless game of exhibition flag football would not be one of them. So if you're dying to find out about the play-by-play breakdown of the Pro Bowl, you might want to prepare yourself for a rigorous Google search, and perhaps by the 3rd or 4th page in, you might get what you're looking for. But for the rest of us, you know, the people that actually care about stuff that matters, we'll be spending the rest of the week focusing on the Super Bowl, the NBA trade deadline, the Olympics, and the fact that pitchers and catchers are due to report to spring training in just 5 days. But sifting around for flag football results? Good luck with all that. Sure, those details are out there, but what sort of hopeless, boring pant load goes out on a fact-finding mission to seek out that stuff? I'll tell you who. The same dope that dropped the deuce on DraftKings, hoping that last night was going to be their lucky day. Listen, I don't care if you want $1 million from the NFC to cover the point spread. Win or lose, having people discovered that you place money betting on a pointless flag football game? I'd be too ashamed to show my face in public, and I assume that most of you would feel the very same way too. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. You know, some guys got a wardrobe, other guys go 100% Carhartt, and I respect those kinds of people. How much Carhartt can one guy have? A ton. And you can get it all at your neighborhood Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock. It's 8:12 in AC/DC with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be warm today with a high of 29. Tomorrow, warmer with a high of 30. It's 14 right now in downtown Springfield.
Comedian Marty Caproni is in here. What's if someone had nothing to do with their spare time, say like tomorrow night? Any suggestions?
I would tell you to get your butt online and message Mr. Nagle or Venmo him or PayPal him or Cash App him or do whatever you have to do to come to the show on Thursday night. It's going to be great.
All right. Sounds fun.
I'm actually finding out what's on the menu.
Oh, yeah?
Well, that was the selling point last week for a few folks. They're like, as soon as I heard Swedish meatballs, I was there. And then the guy left. He didn't even stay for the comedy. He wanted to leave. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Well, where was the fire in that guy's pants?
He told me when he showed up, when I heard Swedish meatballs, I'm like, I have to go. And then you were interacting with him in the beginning. He was the guy sitting up front. And you were interacting with him. He was a...
I asked him, and he goes,
he called himself a African or whatever it was. Yeah, right. And then he's like, no, I came for the Swedish meatballs. And that's all he came for. And then he got up and left. Hey, you know
Hilarious.
What? Hey, it's still dinner for $20.
Yeah. As insane as that sounds, I got to tell you, I like myself some Swedish meatballs, too.
I got to tell you, they looked really good.
Balls,
Swedish
gravy,
meatballs.
Egg noodles. What's not to love?
Yeah, it's from that chef on the Muppet.
The Swedish chef. Yeah, right. Yeah.
It was his
Bork.
It was his meatballs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do we know who's on the program for tomorrow night?
It's a great question. Possibly. Well, it's going to be us, and Plum is definitely going to be in town, so that's always going to be a treat.
That's a plus.
Right now, we had a guy from Boston, and now we might have a guy coming from Connecticut who's been there before, Ryan. So we'll see.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. That should be a damn.
But it's going to be
time.
fun.
Fun night of laughs.
Yes.
Awesome.
We got one new person for 5 minutes. Yeah.
That's always the most fun.
That's always the fun. It's always fun seeing people get their comedy chops on. I don't think he's not the first time he's ever done it. It's just first time he's ever done it there. Shortstop.
Oh, good.
So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
We're all about elevating talent.
Well, yeah, people are kind. If they know it's your very first time, they're going to give you. They're going to give you a little bit little bit of love, I think.
It's a much better scenario if you're looking to try comedy to try it there than to go to some, crap open mic where there's 900 comedians and
2 people in the crowd.
2 people. There's always a host that does like 3 hours of material because he's doing 3 minutes between everyone in the crowd. The crowd that's there to see their friend is held hostage.
What are you talking about?
It's
first come, first serve unless we want to move the names up on the list.
Yeah. Well,
I'll let you know the host or you owe him money or something like that.
So when the people come there, at least they're paid and invested in the show. They're excited. And we usually give them a nice warm welcome that, they're newer or whatever. And the crowds are usually really supportive, which has been great.
Well, I'd be in a much better mood if my belly were full of Swedish meatballs. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, you're going to be watching the Superb Owl on Sunday?
Why is everyone keeps...
Because you're not allowed to use... It's certain... If it's in a commercial sense or if it's in some sort of... Like, we can't... If we had a contest
right.
for the big game, we have to call it like the big game. We can't call it the Super Bowl because the NFL owns all the rights to that.
Oh, yeah.
So people online have been, and they've been doing this for a few years, they call it the Superb Owl, which I actually think is a pretty clever way to say it to get around it.
Now, here's the interesting part about it. So we're doing the big game hookup, with a big contest. But because the Ninja Woodfire Outdoor Grill and Smoker is being given away by Bud Light, and Bud Light is an official beer sponsor, then we can say the official beer sponsor of the NFL and Super Bowl 60. But if there were no Outdoor Grill and Smoker, we couldn't say that.
It's so crazy. I worked at a different radio station back in the day that broadcasted a lot of different sports guys. They used to be like, no, you can't say that because even though we broadcast the games, you need a special designation to say that. So you had to be like, do you love Boston baseball?
Yeah, we've had to do that before, too.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Yeah, we can't give away Red Sox tickets. We can give away Boston baseball.
We're giving you tickets to the big game giveaway for that team that plays in the Boston area.
You mean at the big game?
Yeah, the big game.
Only 2 teams.
Yes, against
Seattle.
Against that one team from New York City.
Yes,
that plays in the Bronx.
No, you can't even say Seattle. You have to say northwestern portion of the country versus the
New England regional football.
Yeah.
But the NFL takes that real seriously. Like they will troll around to find someone who's in violation of it, and lawsuits do get filed every year.
Yeah. That's the dumbest.
They're protective of their brand.
It's capitalism, and it's like Bax just said, protecting the brand that they're making money off.
Well, I have a new thing for the NFL then.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't even say NFL.
I can't.
I don't even know why you're saying that.
Right.
Well, as long as he's not saying it in a promotional way.
I have a new thing for Professional Football League.
For the group organization.
Are you tired of your Professional Football League players beating people, doing drugs, drinking and driving, smashing cars?
Yes.
Well, we have a solution.
And that would be?
Flag football.
Flag football.
Hey, flag football makes everybody feel better.
No, actually, flag football makes everybody feel like I'd rather be watching real football.
I'd rather see Lindsey Vonn in the physical therapy class that she's taking now for the Winter Olympics than watch a flag football game. Like that would be more entertaining to watch. Yeah, all right, Lindsey, get on the treadmill.
Are you
keep walking?
And any chance to watch Lindsey Vonn is better than flag football.
Am I the only one that's terrified for this poor woman?
Why?
Because she has no ACL.
And she's still going to compete.
She's going to compete. She's going to go 70 miles an hour. She's also older. She's like 40, I think, right?
Something like that.
She's close to it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So she's at the age already where you wake up and you start going, you got to make noises, right?
Creaking. Yeah,
she's at
creaking.
that noise. She's going to go screaming down a slope with no knee going 75 miles an hour with that beautiful face. I'm worried.
Yeah, she's 41. You know, I mean, I skied one time and one time only, and I promised at that time I will never go back because it was just a horrific experience. That's just for me personally. I realize people love it. The idea of going down a hill with like searing knee pain has absolutely no appeal at all. And then to say, I'm going to compete on an international scale with a bum knee. Nope. I would not a chance in a million years.
I loved skiing. I haven't done it in 3 years because I got fat. You know what I mean? Because I'm not stupid.
Yeah. Well, maybe
with this weight on me, if I go, even though I have pretty good technique, I know how to ski well. With this body inertia going down the hill, I'm blowing out both knees all day.
Yeah. Right.
But I promise you. You really do need two functioning, working knees to go through the stress. She's basically going to do one run for her life and just hope it works out.
To me, it's like, well, why bother? What are you doing this for?
I'd almost rather watch that than the Super Bowl because it's got a little bit of a NASCAR element to it. It's a little bit of a crash element.
So you're
I don't want her to crash.
You don't want her to crash, but if it happens, you're going to be glued to the TV.
Yeah, they like, and then if it's I hate saying that, I don't want to be dark, but let's say she had a fatal crash, she's going to be like the Dale Earnhardt.
Get out of my head. I was just thinking that. Yeah.
They're going to be like, what was the number 3? They're going to have flags of whatever her bib number was.
The bib number, like flying it like a flag.
Yeah,
the Dale Earnhardt logo.
1807.
Yeah. What time was it? It was just after 3:30 p.m. I believe that he crashed into the wall.
There's a lot more turns in downhill slalom than there is in NASCAR.
Is she doing slalom?
Well, whatever it is, it's downhill. Yeah, you got to. Sure, you do.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I can't.
That's what I'm saying. You got to put weight on that knee. And if the knee just gives, you ever get up fast and your knee kind of does this weird buckle and everyone looks at you like you're a weirdo because you're like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, but she's also not us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's kind of cut from a. We're not. We're like three relatively unathletic people.
We're like weebles. You know, more of a weeble that you're not going to really. But a weeble that is broken that can fall down and possibly not get up.
I was to say. She's got a prettier face than us, but I'd make a good argument we have better chests.
Yeah, we probably do have bigger racks.
Well, that's probably true. I really tried. I wasn't really thinking in that way, but whatever.
I'd have to tape these down if I'm doing slalom.
Yeah, you gotta perk them up a little bit.
Well, I did a video yesterday where I just thought, okay, it's Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
It's Superb Owl Sunday.
It's Superb Owl Sunday this Sunday. And your opening ceremonies for the Olympics are Friday night. Talk about a scheduling disaster. I mean, honestly, like who schedules something like this? There's a million things to go on. It's like, how am I going to divide my time?
Because it's a world game thing. It's not, the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl's watched all over the world.
It is, but I think it's more prominent here in the United States than it is anywhere else. So
sure, but look at the international numbers of the Super Bowl. You think, wow, no one's going to be watching alpine skiing or curling this weekend. I can tell you that.
This is true.
But where is it taking place?
In Milan.
So what's the time difference, though?
It's like 6 hours, I think. 6 hours ahead.
So nobody's really playing any. There's really no Olympic sports going on during the Super Bowl because it's midnight there by the time the Super Bowl comes on.
Is it?
Well, if it's 6 hours ahead.
Oh.
And if the game starts at 6:30, even the pregame show starts at 6. It's going to be midnight there. There's going to be nobody doing. They'll probably have coverage of it.
I want to watch it because it's in Italy, and I'm just picturing all the games being like more fun. Like they do curling, but they have guys with the brushes that do the curling.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing like one guy like Paolo. He's got olive oil. He's like, hey, more oil. He's pouring oil on the ice to the other guys.
A little more oil. And he, what is it called? What's the name of that game?
Curling.
Curling.
Yeah.
A little more oil for the curler.
Yeah. Or like because they still have a big organized crime thing over there. It'd be funny if they're like Lindsey Vonn won the medal. It's like, I haven't even raced yet. Yes, you have.
You already took a dive.
You were an underdog.
It would be unfortunate if this bobsledding team didn't make it down the hill.
Well, you wouldn't want that to happen now, would you? You wouldn't want to have your ACL just blow out in the middle of a slalom race now, would you? Now, that would be a tragedy.
Yeah, my ACLs are fine. Yeah, for now, but let me introduce you to this stick.
You wouldn't want this rail to come off this bobsled by any chance, would you? Hey, you wouldn't want one of your ski poles to just collapse in the middle of a race, would you? Hey, you wouldn't want that snowboard to come undone while you're doing a half pipe now, would you? Hey, you wouldn't want that curling iron to go over the line in that curling game, would you?
It's 8:26 on Rock 102. It's 8:28 with Bax and Nagle and Marty Caproni on Rock 102.
Liam's got the full forecast for you.
We got some Joe Bonamassa tickets to give away a little bit later on this hour. He's coming to Symphony Hall, and in March, we'll give you all the details about that sometime before 9 o'clock.
By the way, the $20 dinner and a comedy show is still on tomorrow night. However, the show that I had at Aquila's Vineyards in Newtown will not be happening this week because there's a heat issue.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm not on fire enough to warm the place, but they have decided to postpone that show. I'll have another date for that.
Come on, you bundle up, you layer. Should be fine.
That's what I figure. It's only going to be -5 on Saturday.
Please.
You haven't been there, so I'll give you it is a beautiful vineyard. The building is really nice, but it is basically, I don't know how to put this, like an airplane hangar. You know, an airplane hangar is just like made out of tinfoil, and it's that's like the building that the actual bar and everything's in. So it has no insulation. So if it's 5 degrees outside, it's
5 degrees inside.
I mean, it might not, but it's not. It's certainly not going to be pleasurable for people to see a show.
A nice cold beer won't take care of that.
Yeah.
It's got alcohol in it, warm you up.
Yeah, but not if your tongue sticks to the glass.
Yeah, well, that's that could be a new experience for us.
We got news coming up next to Rock 102. 8:33 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by Freedom Credit Union. Freedom is yours. His local radio icon, Steve Nagle.
Well, thanks, Bax. Federal prosecutors announced charges in a massive fraud scheme on Tuesday.
I believe it's pronounced scheme.
Yeah, well, whatever side of the tracks you're from, I don't think it's
the right
same
one.
The U.S. Attorney's Office in Boston said the suspect stole the identities from victims across the country and used them to defraud U.S. taxpayers out of more than $1 million. At a press conference in Boston, authorities outlined the alleged shemmy to steal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program pandemic unemployment benefits. U.S. Attorney for Massachusetts Leah Foley said it involved 4 people who allegedly stole the identities of more than 100 victims, including 6 children, and used them to illegally obtain government benefits. Spending tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars to purchase inventory for a restaurant in Massachusetts owned by the lead defendant, Raul Fernandez Vicosio, a naturalized citizen from the Dominican Republic. Fernandez Vicosio and his co-defendants, 2 of whom do not have legal immigration status, one is a green card holder, used the stolen EBT cards to purchase large quantities of expensive bulk items, such as multi-pound packages of chicken, beef, and pork. They went to Costco, probably.
Probably. With a false identity?
Yeah. What about that giant vat of nacho cheese? You think they got one of them, too?
Probably do.
What a great business model, though. Huh? If you just you don't have to pay for the food. You just sell it. It's all profit.
Well, it was supposed to be for somebody else, but they don't need that.
Way to go, Raul.
Those hungry people don't need to be fed.
Yeah, I mean, besides, that stuff is high in calories. You probably did them a favor.
Wait till I tell you guys about my daycare I'm opening. All right. So.
Oh, daycare with nobody there. Well, there's different ways to do different things with the money, Marty.
Yeah, well, give back.
Well, my pandemic load, I got. For the pandemic, for being out of work for so long. We could have gotten those.
Yeah, I'm sure.
If you had filed for one, you could probably get one because you're an independent gig worker.
I know some of the comedy clubs got what's called a shuttered venues grant.
Yeah.
And it basically gave them 66% of whatever their sales were for the year before.
Right.
But for a lot of comedy clubs, that's more money than if they were open, because not only are they not paying the staff, but when big name comedians come in, they usually work on a percentage of the door. So the bigger the name, the higher the percentage.
Right.
So a lot of people come in, it's like 70% of the door. Then the big names come in. Sometimes they're getting 100% of the door. So
yeah,
you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah. But there were also clubs that were still operating, outdoors in tents. Everybody was separated by 6 feet. There were still places that were doing that.
There were still some, sure.
So would they still be able to apply for those loans?
Yeah, because their venue itself was impacted by the stupid
even though
pandemic.
they weren't technically shuttered.
Yeah.
Huh. I'll be damned.
The Vernon Town Council Tuesday night unanimously passed an ordinance to add cameras to school buses as part of a stop arm enforcement program. The decision came after a public hearing at Town Hall where speakers supported prioritizing student safety. Vernon officials say drivers ignoring school bus stop signs has become a growing problem. As a result, cameras will be installed on buses to capture drivers who fail to stop when buses have their flashing stop lights on. That is, surprisingly, a lot of people do that by passing the school bus that has the clear stop sign and the flashing red lights to go along with it. There's people go around with school buses all the time.
All the time.
James Milo, a crossing guard in Vernon for 8 years, said drivers speeding past buses while children cross has been a growing problem. He spoke at Tuesday night's meeting about witnessing the issue. I do Maple and Union Street, and I go over to Grove and King countless times, and mostly because I'm by myself in the middle of the road, but the cars come flying down. You just see people speeding and not paying attention. There's a lot to it, just not paying attention. What the hell is going on? You got little ones, and they're just going right by them. I don't know if he sounds like that. I'm just assuming that he does.
Steve Nagle, man of a dozen voices.
Dr. Joseph McCary, superintendent of Vernon Schools, he spoke in support of the ordinance. Any policy in law or ordinance that improves the safety of students in and out is something we should do.
No, I was thinking that's more of a deputy dog voice.
Oh, yeah. And then town council.
It's more of that.
Town Councilor Michael Wendis also backed the measure. I've been driving buses, and we got cameras everywhere on the buses. And anything we can do to protect the kids. I mean, one incident is too many. Am I right or am I right?
It's uncanny how close these guys sound to each other.
Oh, they're all
living in
Vernon. Apparently, everyone from Vernon talks like that.
Very Italian neighborhood. I never knew Vernon was Little Brooklyn, they call it.
There you go.
Hey, the lights are flashing here. The hell is wrong with you? Wild turkeys are chasing postal workers, blocking traffic, and attacking.
I got this one. Go ahead.
Marty, what was that?
Nothing.
Didn't even recognize that.
That was a quote from the turkey.
Okay. Anyway, wild turkeys are chasing postal workers, blocking traffic, and attacking adults and children in a Wisconsin neighborhood. Janesville resident Lawrence Meyer caught on camera an incident of wild turkeys chasing a postal worker. Meyer also said his 8-year-old son was a target as he was crossing the street. As he's crossing the street, the turkeys just start chasing him.
Turkeys are actually very aggressive birds, and they will hunt you down and pluck your damn eyes out. They're so vicious, bloodthirsty beasts.
What town was it here? Was it South Windsor that they had the turkey chasing everybody around the town? It was a town in Connecticut that the thing was.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I mean,
harassing.
I got on any good day, I can have 20, 30 turkeys in my backyard, and they're all looking at me like, "What are you doing here? Where are you from?" And I say, "I'm from nowhere." 'Cause
they say these turkeys are chasing the Amazon workers and stuff around. But if I worked at Amazon, I'd be chasing the wild turkey, if you know what I mean.
I've seen a few of them that do.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them passed out in the snow that do.
Here's your package.
Here's your package. ETA. What was the one I saw on the side of the Amazon truck? ETA. Right now.
Oh, God. Ugh.
At least they're coming up with quirky slogans for the thing. So experts said wild turkeys flock together during the winter, which is why they may be more noticeable this time of year. Well, there's a wildlife expert if I've ever seen one. Hey, these turkeys, this time of year, they stick together.
I don't even know what the flock he's talking about.
Oh!
It's
we had a turkey problem here in the parking lot for a while.
Really?
Yeah, they were like turkeys that they hop in the hood of your car. Yeah, they run people down. It was like our own production director was chased into the building, had to do like a roundhouse kick to one of these turkeys' faces.
Come on,
I'm telling you,
Bruce Lee to turkey.
It was Bruce Lee to turkey because he had to. It was a matter of kill or be killed.
I say deport him. No, not the turkey, not turkeys.
Right.
Yeah, I one time I was driving in Westfield and I had to stop for the flock of turkeys, and I was like, all right, let's get this show on the road, and they were just hanging out in the road, the one turkey just comes right over to the window, like
starts talking trash.
Like what you just said. What's up, cuz?
Yeah, we'll gobble for food. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I can. Well, what can you do? Well, I can eat some of those berries over there, or I can have sex with you. And everything in between. And I was like, get in.
Yeah.
Soggy burned mess is what's left behind at a Florida home after a couple turned on their heat for the first time in 35 years.
What?
Hansy Augusti turned on. This sounds made
up.
Hansy Augusti?
Yeah, Hansy Augusti turned on the heating system just after 3 a.m. on Monday at his Miramar home. He says his wife told him she was cold as temperatures across South Florida dropped to the 30s. 2 or 3 minutes later, I heard boom. After the boom, she said, "What is it?" I said, "I don't know." And then I went outside, looked, and saw the roof on fire. Augusti called 911 and said, The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the mother cluckers burn.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now we go back to the foul.
And it's the foul language.
The foul language,
yeah.
Right.
And the couple escaped the home with their dog. No one was injured, but the fire left a gaping hole in the Augustus's roof and fire, smoke, and water damage around their home. This is just one of the many that South Florida Fire Department's calls they've been answering as temperatures stay dangerously cold. That's the thing. You're probably supposed to run these things at least once a year to test them out when, the temperature's usually in the 70s, averaging in about the 70s. You probably don't even need the heat on.
Right.
But when it drops when you get a rare thing like this, where the temperatures are in the 20s and 30s.
The iguanas are falling out of the trees.
Because it's so cold. Yes.
Yeah,
right.
They fall right out of the trees.
That's crazy.
I know.
We're getting like an iguana-ready umbrella just to protect yourself.
I was just thinking the guy's name is, would you say it was?
Hansy Augusti.
This is, I wonder if you knew Bob Kraft. It's relevant because it's Superb Owl Week.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Find more attractive jokes like this tomorrow night at the Shortstop for a $20 dinner and a comedy show. It's going to be
worth at least $20.
It's going to be sunny with a high of 29. It is 15 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 8:51, and Lenny Kravitz with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Sunny today with a high of 29. It is 15 in downtown Springfield.
Comedian Marty Caproni is in the studio. Big $20 dinner and a comedy show tomorrow night at the Shortstop.
It's gonna be great.
Meatballs,
it's gonna be fun.
Pasta.
I'm not gonna do any strange voices. Just there will be no silly one-liner jokes. It'll be all fun.
There you go.
That's why.
All right.
It'll be a nice time.
There you go.
I'm looking forward to it.
Be a hell of a lot of laughs, and of course it starts earlier now, which is very
Huge.
good.
Yeah.
And not only do you get the dinner, you get the comedy, and then you have a chance to win some great raffle prizes at the end.
Last week, we raffled off some great stuff. People were happy. So
we had a Richards Grinders gift certificate last week because we support the local business.
You're a big fan of the Richards, aren't you?
I love the Richards.
I still haven't been over there yet. You've been telling me I gotta go.
You gotta go.
I know.
You gotta go.
Well, I can tell you this. The other thing about the raffle is you don't. Sometimes people hear that and they go, "Oh, I got to pay more for a raffle ticket." Nope, it's included in your admission.
That's right. It's all part of the game.
For $20, there are people who come and leave there with more money than they came with, and they laughed and a full belly.
Yeah, because we give away shortstop gift cards too.
Right.
So if you bought a meal there, you could use that gift card to pay your bill.
You go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, there's absolutely no reason not to go.
Yeah.
There isn't. You're right. There is no reason not to go.
I mean, I'm going to be busy, but other people have nothing going on.
What else is going on?
Well, we're going to give away some tickets here in a minute, and we've got some time to kill before that happens. But it's on its way.
It's on its way. Oh, we were just talking about the iguana. I just see the story now
about the iguanas falling out.
Is the computer listening to you?
No, but I'm.
When animals are viewed as pests to the public, local officials generally have to act in a big way, but they'll pay for increased deterrence, be it traps for mice and rats, pesticides, bugs, and hope things will start to settle down. That's been the case in Florida for a number of years when the increased number of iguanas on the prowl in Dade County, anyway, had been considering offering bounties for people to move the reptiles off the streets and away from the public. However, it appears as if the changing weather has done the proposed job for them, with people reporting that iguanas just started dropping out of trees and are frozen due to the drop in temperature.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, and it's even crazier. Some people in Florida eat iguana.
Wasn't that was a movie with Matthew Broderick with the Komodo dragon? Do you remember that?
Komodo dragon?
Yeah, what was the movie?
Penelope, what's her name was in it too?
Penelope Cruz?
No. Penelope, that other Penelope.
Okay, I don't even know. I don't know that.
What was the name of that movie? It was like a Godfather type of movie. Marlon Brando was in it too. It was a comedy.
Freshman.
Is it The Freshman?
Wait a minute, Matthew Broderick. Okay,
I'm so confused.
Broderick.
First of all, you can't even eat a Komodo dragon because don't they have a crazy bacteria in their mouth that kills people?
That might be true. Yeah.
I don't know. Did we?
Matthew Broderick. The Freshman, 1990.
Oh.
He's being tasked with delivering a Komodo dragon. Yeah. Well, okay. There we go. Okay. See, you were onto something.
It was like organized crime or something. What's her name? Penelope what?
Cruz.
Hold on a second.
Penelope Cruz.
Oh,
Penelope Ann Miller.
Penelope Ann Miller.
That's
Kindergarten
right.
Cop.
Marlon Brando.
How do you not know the classics, Marty?
I know.
Marlon Brando, Matthew Broderick, Bruno Kirby, Maximilian Schell, and a Komodo dragon.
The movie Coombs used to bring up. Well, I was watching Kate and Leopold last night.
You're the adult man that watches that.
He was a rom-com kind of guy.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
With all his knives hanging in his house. You want to come over and watch a rom-com and look at my knives?
Sleepless in Seattle makes me cry every time I see it.
Hang on while you guys are having this discussion. I just have to search a name real quick in the Epstein files.
It's called I Got a Buddy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, watch out for the falling iguanas if you're in Florida right now.
Hey, you'll never guess who's coming to the area, Steve.
Mick Jagger.
Close. Guitar legend Joe Bonamassa coming to the Springfield Symphony Hall on March 4th. Those tickets are actually on sale now, or you could avoid buying them and win them by being the 10th caller right now at 293-1021. Imagine that, going to see Joe Bonamassa at Symphony Hall.
Well, hot diggity dog, Bax.
10th caller, 293-1021. Good luck to you.
There you go.
Just about 8:57 on Rock 102.